You want to start with that? Or are we starting already? Have we already started?
Yeah, I don't know.
It started. Yeah, let's just start. Jake, what do you got there?
No. So someone posted in the Facebook group, they're like, hearing about Jake's mallet finger, my son or daughter, I don't remember.
I'll find it while you talk.
Was so concerned and thought that Jake needed to have a dinosaur Band-Aid on his finger. And I saw that and I was like, that's so cute. I'm ordering dinosaur Band-Aids right now. So a couple things to mention. One, they are humongous.
Yeah, they're dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get the caterpillar Band-Aids.
Yeah, right.
Two, I am unable.
No, I'm just trying to give myself a little slack.
It looks like when you're fishing and you're like, I got one. You're like, no, I think you're just stuck on
I think it's just stuck on the ground 4 feet from the shore.
I think you're on a rock, dude.
I got it, dude. I got it.
It's probably out of frame, but
it probably doesn't look great for me. No, dude, just a second. One more. The things we can say when time is not here.
Yeah, time is not here. Make as many gestures as you need to. Gross.
Oh my, sorry guys. Okay, so you got. So this is Haley Rowland Urshel said this about her 3-year-old girl was very concerned about Jake Triplett's finger. She suggested that maybe a dinosaur Band-Aid would fix it. Not saying it would work, but has a dinosaur Band-Aid ever made anything worse?
I thought that's a great point. I got to get me one of these. So I bought some. So I'm having a little trouble getting them out. That's the second thing. And then the third thing, I just opened this up. This is, you can see here, this is a set. Do not separate.
Separate is huge.
Do not separate. So I don't know what that means exactly. I have taken one sleeve out of the package, and now I've ripped one dinosaur away from its family. Please don't tell, guys.
Wait, just a second. I'm getting a call.
Oh, no.
Hello? You're kidding. Dude. Stratford High School.
Hold on, I'm getting a call too.
Did you hear?
Hello?
Yeah, it's probably about the same thing.
Yeah, the guy who made that obscene gesture, yeah, he's sitting right here.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking ground. Ghostrunners podcast. There was one time I remember way back in the day, back when we were like just becoming friends with Harrison. This is a PG-12 comment, okay, guys? So just know right off the bat. But I remember back in the day, like before we were like really tight with Harrison, but he was like getting into the podcast. I remember Jake back in the day, especially in the mission house, or no, not in the mission house, Riggs' house.
Okay.
It was really cold in the basement, and Jake would always rub his hands together.
People are always giving me a hard time. Rachel's always making fun of me for this.
Yeah,
it's friction.
It's a quirk that Jake definitely has.
Yeah.
And he would rub his hands together. But there was one time, I think, it was videoed on the podcast. Jake did that like down in his lap and kind of made this face like this. And Harrison made a gif out of it. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty hilarious. So anyway, you chose the T-Rex for the Band-Aid there.
I think that's all we were sent. Well, I guess, I don't know. Could be some other shapes of dinosaurs. But yeah, I chose the red T-Rex and I did separate it. I don't know what that law is. China, man.
Dude.
Social currency.
I think it's the Toy Story in us. It's just like, now they all have feelings. Like they'll be sad if they get away from their families. Like they need to stay at their home together. Andy needs us.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of feelings, you watch Inside Out 2 yet?
I have not.
Everyone's saying it's great.
What'd you think about number one?
I don't remember it that much. I think I saw it one time way back in the day, and I don't think I had any super strong feelings one way or another.
I kind of agree with that. And Catherine loved Inside Out 1.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm 30 years old.
Exactly.
So,
I think that's all the above. Like I think I saw it when I was like 20 or whatever that was, and I was like, yeah, it was fine. It was a kid's movie.
Yeah.
But it had adult, deeper meanings. I'm sure Rachel's, the therapist in her.
Oh, a counselor's dream, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
she has never once brought it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So who are you hearing about it from? It's online?
People talk. I don't know. I don't know where I've heard that.
Conversation
I don't
starters,
know.
brother.
You said feelings. It was on my mind.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't have to talk about it because we both have
let's
not seen it.
Let's dissect Inside Out 2 a little bit more.
Let's talk about a movie we haven't seen.
The best thing about our podcast is that we only talk about things we don't really know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, dinosaurs, mallet finger, Inside Out 2.
Also, that you just obliterated that dinosaur.
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
He's so much bigger than the finger.
Just kind of crumpled it on the tip.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great.
I didn't want to interrupt what the Gaz had going on.
All right, well,
Gaza Strip is what I call this.
We should have a name for the mallet finger. Have you thought about it? Like
O'Malley.
O'Malley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I only refer to her
O'Malley the alley cat.
You're an alley cat. You're a mallet finger.
What was the alley cat comment in reference? Or what is that even supposed to mean?
So I don't know. To me, it sounds like some like amazing old man reference that only like your grandpa would say.
Yeah.
You know, I used to have a friend. We used to call him Alley Cat because you couldn't trust him. Like, Grandpa, what are you talking about? So I don't. There's nothing that I'm like, oh, Alley Cat means this.
But you're thinking it's a negative connotation.
Yeah, because I think he also tweeted. We're talking about Joseph R. Biden. He also tweeted during the debate, like, you cannot trust Donald Trump. He's an alley cat. So I think he had this prepared. His team was like ready to like make this statement.
Okay.
Donald Trump, the alley cat.
Just kind of garbage, maybe. Just out in the alley, just
eats old food.
Yeah, just feasting on leftovers.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about it. You don't have a home. You're in the shadows.
Because honestly, alley cat sounds kind of cool.
It could be way worse. Donald Trump's like, wow, I'm glad he didn't go after this, or this.
Actually, I am the alley cat. That's my bowling team name.
House cats are scared of me.
I have 300 games, perfect games, incredible games. Incredible. We throw it right down the middle, a little bit to the right, 10 pins every time. I have huge bowling balls. They're very heavy.
I would never go to the left.
They custom make these bowling balls just for me. They say, Donald, that's too heavy. Physics won't work. And I say, with my arms, they'll work just fine. You can't. I want you to see you carry that bowling ball. Yeah, we can play if you carry your own ball. I carry my own ball every time. I have 300. I'd like to see you even crack 100. Huh? I don't know.
That's fun.
Sorry, I know we'll get back to the mallet finger, but have you seen any of this conspiracy stuff about how, Joe Biden went away, he got sick, and then he came back.
Now he's tall.
Dude, he does look tall. Have you seen this?
I did see one video where he looked tall. It was also filmed from the lower angle, but regardless, he did look tall.
Yeah, I know
he was
angles.
A tall guy.
I don't understand angles very well, but like the torso just looked like angles don't make you go from a 43R to a 46, 43 long.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It would be hilarious if the government has all these body doubles for Biden, but they can't quite get the body shape right. Like they've nailed the cadence. They have the best actors in the world. They got the mask and the skin all perfect, but they're like, you think anyone will notice he's 6'5"?
Do you think, just like lower the ground a little bit around him, or just like give Jill's body double a couple more inches?
Yeah, have it be kind of to scale.
Right. Like get a body double for everyone else in the crowd.
The podium has a body double. The White House has a body double. Yeah. The reporters have a body double.
Yeah, make the podium just a little bit bigger. I don't know. Also, if he had all these body doubles, he should have been using them. Like, surely his body doubles wouldn't have fallen as much as he did.
Could speak a little better. That's funny. Yeah, his body doubles are a lot like I've got like 4 different splints that I use for different activities, and that's what he's probably got a podium body double, a walking body double, a speaking double, and I get it.
So okay,
I got a dinosaur double.
So mallet finger, going all right. O'Malley, he's hanging in there.
Yeah. So we're 2 weeks in as of recording this. And so right now, if I take this off, my finger like goes perfectly straight.
Okay.
So it's really tempting to just leave it off. Because I'm like, look, it's working. But I also think it's almost like stuck that way.
Okay.
It's not like really healed. It's just like temporarily stuck upright.
It's kind of like you got tape on it, but like if you push the tape enough, it'll just dangle and it'll maybe still stick around.
Yeah. I think if I grab this microphone, it would like snap back into like droopy position a little bit.
That for some reason gives me a little queasy.
Anyway, still healing, still annoying, but I'm to the point of acceptance, like most things. I'm like, all right,
you're gonna miss it.
I am not. I am not. It's it's fine, but just dominant hand, middle finger. I find myself doing my hair less. I find myself brushing my teeth less. I'm like showering less because they're all just minor inconveniences. Where I'm like, I just don't want to deal with like it getting wet or it getting, whatever. So
yeah, what do you do in the shower?
So you just rock
just
it
with the finger.
What happens?
So first, I turn on the water.
When you're in the shower,
I'm more like a 6 out of 10 warmth guy, so I'm kind of crazy. No.
Do you feel like your shower in the summer, you are putting it at a different spot?
Oh yeah. I think I'm. It's milder for me.
Yes, my theory is that just naturally the hot water heater, it's just hotter in the summer because of the temperature.
Okay.
It's so like where I'm putting it, like where I'm putting my dial is significantly lower than in the winter.
Yeah.
Like this water is just coming out hotter than it used to.
Right. My dial's basically 6 o'clock in the summer, and I'm talking 8:30 in the
Yeah,
winter.
it's drastic.
Yeah, big time. I want to basically get out and like my skin be red in the winter, like just a little bit. Like, whoa, I don't know if that was like the safest thing I just did, but yeah,
mallet skin.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the shower, so I have a shower splint.
Okay.
It has no gauze. It's got this is more of a metal splint.
Okay.
So that baby, metal with some foam. So that in the shower. Now, it's not the perfect shower splint because there's also Velcro across the top. Every now and then you're kind of doing something here, your Velcro gets caught a little bit. Like, ooh, pull a few hairs out there.
Yeah.
So I found ways to maneuver that and make sure the Velcro's all the way around. It's on the opposite side. So, a lot of figuring it out.
Are you balding a little bit? Like, no, just got Velcro on my mallet finger splint. You know how it goes.
No, I've just been showering a lot with my shower splint with Velcro for my mallet finger.
Yeah.
That's basically what you said.
Yeah.
Speaking of having to, just tell people about this. So this happens last night. By the way, I'm going
no notes,
no screen. I'm going to try something new today and Wednesday's episode.
Great.
Like I have my laptop here. It's not on. It's
not even on.
Yeah. I'm going to try just like you too.
Sure. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm just going to try.
I have some links.
Having like more of a conversation, less of like, I need to get to this. I need to get to this. I need to get to this.
I need to talk about this. Yeah.
I'm going to try and just see what happens.
We might have to refer to our computers for the ad reads at some point, but that's it.
Oh, that's a good point. I do have those. Anyway, so for weeks leading up to last night, Rachel told me, hey, Tuesday, July 30th, there's like all the teachers are going to my principal's house. I'd love for you to be there. The email said, like, feel free to bring your spouse or anyone. So I was like, great, got it. A week out, Rachel's reminding me, hey, make sure next Tuesday you don't play anything. Great. So like, people are asking me to play pickleball. Guys,
seriously, can't.
Hey, you want to go? We're going to watch the Olympics. Can't.
Right.
Show up last night to the principal's house. Nice home, DeSoto, Kansas. Open the door, shake hands, meet the principal. And then as I'm kind of looking around her expansive living room, open concept kitchen, I'm looking at about 35 different women. There is not a single man in sight. No teacher brought their spouse.
Whoops.
So it's just me. So just imagine with me. As I'm meeting these people, a few things are happening.
Yeah.
One, they're saying, now what grade are you? And I say, oh, I'm actually Rachel's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a husband here.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, put her there. And then the next thing happens, oh, what's that? Oh, I have mallet finger. So how'd you get that?
Oh, we got a freak of a husband here, huh?
Don't worry about it. I'm doing great, though. Oh, hey, well, let's get you some food. We actually can't have the barbecue because of a tick bite. So I just look like a freak, dude.
Right, like one of the other teachers is like, yeah, those parties are kind of a drag. She's like, listen, my husband is a super weird guy. He has stories for everything. I'll just bring him and we can just stare at him and ask him questions the whole night.
He will spice it up. Yeah. Not on purpose. He will hate it, actually.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were just, you were just so high maintenance feeling. Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, just all these conversations kept getting brought up that I wouldn't normally bring up as soon as I meet someone.
Right.
And then on top of that, yeah, so there was one other guy there, his name tag said PE on it. It was like classic.
Yeah.
So
PE was his name tag?
Tim PE.
Tim PE.
Okay.
Arizona.
Yeah, PE. Yeah.
Where are you from? Phoenix, actually. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Weird.
Okay.
So that was last night. So Rachel's kept being like, I'm so sorry. We got done. Rachel went back and reread the email, and it did say, feel free to bring your spouse. So at first I was like, oh, this looks bad on Rachel. How did she not know? But no, she did the right thing. How would she know? She hasn't even met most of these teachers.
Right.
She doesn't know the school system. She
It must have just been like classic first year. Like, yeah, it says bring your spouse, but like,
we don't bring our spouse.
honey, this is a ladies' night out.
Dude, that's what's crazy is the principal is married and her husband wasn't there. She like sent her husband off like, it's just got to be girl. It's not going to be fun. Get out of here.
It's just us and Tempe, you know.
Yeah, she's like actively trying to get men out of the house. And I'm like, hey, guys. Yeah, this is my get-together splint. Yeah,
right.
It's easier when I shake hands.
My social split. Yeah, dude. Like, obviously, like a handshake is like a first impression, but I would imagine you can't squeeze too hard, or you got to be careful with it.
Yeah, what I try to do is I try to go as deep as possible so that they can't feel it. It's more for them than it is for me.
Like you get into like the vein of the wrist, basically. Like you reach for that thing.
Yeah, it's really deep into there.
Every once in a while, they just grab your wrist on accident. Like you just go.
Sorry, that happens.
My bad.
Literally on the way over there, Rachel and I were practicing. I was driving over there. I was like, shake my hand. I was like, all right, could you feel that? No, I couldn't feel that. Okay, cool. That's in the right spot then. What about that? Let me try. Actually, I have a new idea. Do you feel that? Yeah, I felt that a little bit. All right.
Okay.
Now I know. So
was this get together just like just dinner, like hanging out, or was there like we're gonna do introductions, or I don't know, anything
very
like that?
casual, nothing structured, just hanging out. At one point, she was like, "Let's all go to the basement and like take some like group photos," and we didn't. We just kind of hung out in a new spot, didn't take any group photos.
Okay.
So yeah, it was fine. I wasn't like at first. I was like, "This is a bummer."
Yeah.
But it was fine. I just made conversation and just, hey, there's something. No notes, no problem.
Yeah.
Someone last week on YouTube left us a comment that said something along the lines of like, they singled me out, but I will say, I think you are just as good, if not better than me at this. They're like, how do you engage people in such good like small talk? And like, how do you get to know someone in conversation so well? Did you see that comment?
I did.
Try and find it. Exactly.
Because it was like, you're meeting all these people all the time. Like, how do you, I need help with engaging in small talk or something like that.
Yeah. And so I was thinking of that comment while I was having small talk last night. I was like, all right, what am I doing? Like without thinking about it. All right. So
I personally, sorry, you can read that real quick, but I personally feel like out of the four of us, you, me, Rachel and Catherine are way better at than you and me.
They might even be, yeah.
They are incredible. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I don't really care to try. I mean, if it's like my friends, sometimes I'm like, I'm good just hanging out here. And Catherine will always have something to say.
Yeah.
And same with Rachel is like the most,
can't silence her.
I was going to say, I don't know if this is really true. Maybe she's genuinely interested in everything she ever talks about, but she could fool me every time. Like she seems so into every conversation. It's awesome.
I even had those thoughts last night because I'm surrounded by women small talking. I'm like, women small talk different than men. Not that there's drastic differences, but I feel like women can keep their energy up higher, but they're also more, I think, they don't get anywhere with their small talk. I feel like most of the time, at least from what I noticed last night, it's a lot of just like, what's the common ground we already have?
Okay.
Let's just circle around that a lot. So how's your classroom going? And how has it been? Has it been crazy? You know, just generic, typical questions you could imagine teachers having with each other.
Right.
I never saw anyone get further than like, we're teachers, let's talk about teacher stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, I think if this was guys, we would have like gone beyond our work.
Right.
At some point.
Figure out some other thing to talk. Like, it's not necessarily super deep, but it's at least sports or, whatever. Yeah. Probably sports.
Yeah. And not to say,
City
I'm not
things
saying like guys get super deep. I think that is not in our nature.
Yeah, I think girls get deeper quicker probably, but.
Yeah. But that was just what I observed last night. Anyway, so Malvin said, I got a question for Jake. I feel like you're really good at talking to people you don't know and making them feel comfortable around you with all the interactions you have with fans, etc. What are good questions to ask people you're just now meeting? Good lines of convo to start with someone new at church or small group. Something to make them feel comfortable and feel like they're not just being small talked to. Yeah. And then Daniel Miller also replied, said, I've been waiting to ask him the same question.
That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not something I'm consciously thinking of, but I am. You guys have probably listened to this podcast long enough to know I hate the idea of like being unoriginal or basic. So I think that even comes out in small talk too. It's like, I don't want to just ask them questions that they've already been asked before.
Can you think of anything that you've asked? Like that's a little bit, it doesn't have to be like crazy original, but just like a little different.
I think my go-tos are, asking some like general questions about someone and then trying to figure out like, all right, if I had said those answers, what would I want to talk about?
Okay.
Because that's how you make someone feel great about it. Just keep asking them questions. Let them talk.
Yeah.
And that person's going to come away with that conversation and be like, that guy was awesome.
Right.
I don't really know anything about him, but he let me talk about like a woman last night was telling me about her dog, and she said it was an Australian Shepherd mix, and she's telling me all these different mixes it had. And I was like, this sounds like my dog growing up. Or I was like, we don't know what's in it. I was like, show me a picture of your dog.
Yeah.
It was like she'd been waiting 1,000 years for someone to say, show me a picture of your dog. She was so excited for me to ask that. She's like, oh my gosh, yes, I have so many pictures. Like,
Right.
here's one of him kind of laying next to our bunny. Oh my gosh, you have a bunny.
A bunny? Yeah.
What's
yeah.
the maintenance of a bunny like? And what are you said you had 2 daughters. What do your daughters think of your bunny?
Sure.
How did you name it?
Okay.
So I don't know. Just trying to just go down an avenue.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to keep going deeper and deeper, deeper down that avenue because
Right.
they probably want to talk about it.
And that's a good question. What's having a bunny like, rather than like, when did you get your bunny? How long have you had your bunny? That's maybe what I would do sometimes. Is just like, and if somebody's a good conversationalist, they'd be like, oh, we've had it for 6 months. We got it here, but like some people might be like, oh, I don't know, maybe like 6 months or so. Okay.
Oh, neat.
What's the next?
So is he 6 months old or?
6 months? Yeah. Or like, did you get him as a baby? Like, yeah, I got him as a baby. Oh, okay. Crap. Okay. What's it like having a bunny? Like that then is like, well, let me tell you, open-ended kind of thing. I personally, well, first of all, Malvin is that his name?
I think her name.
Yeah. Person, Malvin. I think if you are genuinely like trying to do this, you're not going to seem like somebody who's having small talk no matter what. You know what I mean? Like that's first and foremost, like if you're worried about this, that means that you're probably not going to be just having small talk, like in general. So rest assured in that, even if you have to ask like, how are you doing today or something like that? Great. I personally, I always am really interested in people's backgrounds. Of like,
I say you're good with families too.
I want
to know families.
Where are you from? Yeah. What's your family like? Like, and that's either, sometimes it can be uncomfortable for people who are like, man, my family's actually kind of dysfunctional or whatever. But like, and I'm not trying to like label them as like, oh, okay, you've come from a hard past or whatever. But it's just like, I feel like you feel really loved if somebody knows those kind of things about you, or, whatever. The more personal you can get, the quicker, the better it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Try to learn something about them and then let them talk about it.
Yeah. My dad is really good at asking questions. That's always like the thing he always taught me was like, just ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot, like, because if you're genuinely interested in them, then that's good enough. So
even like, this is separate now, but like evangelizing, I think it's so much more effective rather than preaching to ask questions.
Sure.
And just that's how you get to know someone.
Because then you realize like, oh snap, like maybe I don't know this, or maybe I have doubts about this, or oh wait, maybe I don't believe that, or whatever it is. Like, yeah, something like that. Just the other day, this is not evangelizing, but I was hanging out with my friend Will Severns, and he's like, so besides Jake, like who's the friend that you hang out with the most? And I thought to myself, I was like, I don't know if I have an answer for that. Like one-on-one, I don't really hang out with, whatever. It was kind of like one of those like, oh snap, I didn't think about that very well. Like, not that I don't see my friends or like that I am dissatisfied with how much I hang out with people, but like, I'm like, okay, I go to basketball, I play pickleball, some whatever. Like, but I'm like, I don't know if I like intentionally hang out with friends very often.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
the closest I ever got was 2 weeks ago when I came to basketball with Mallet. So I just sat on the bench and I got like 3 minutes at a time with whoever was sitting out because we had 6 people.
That's a fun, like little speed dating kind of thing.
Yeah,
like, all right,
it's got speed dating.
Ding, like you're out. So
yeah, Gunnar sat down and got a call from Emily, and Delaney was feeling sick. I got a lot of updates on how they were doing. Sub back out. Harrison said, "Hey, how's Rory doing?" It was a kid update.
Yeah,
bench.
Tell me about your kid.
Speaking of basketball, though, I want to know.
Okay.
Tell them everything.
So this week, guys, was the playoffs this past week. And if you don't know, the playoffs are the top 4 teams in the league. They play, kind of a 4-team bracket. So if you win, you go to the championship. And so we definitely had one game. We might have had a second game. So a doubleheader. Translation is, if you're not, 25, 22 years old, doubleheader can be pretty tiring. And so we wanted to have a few subs, or at least some reinforcements on our team. And we were down three men. We were down Jake O'Malley, triplet. We were down Peter, brand new second kid, Casey.
Yep.
And we were down Nathaniel, just got married and is hanging out in Disney World with his wife, Glidewell.
Yes.
So out of the 7 guys, we were missing 3 of them, aka we didn't even have enough to form a whole team. And so trying to get subs, we got our friend Rustin, who's an incredible basketball player. We got our buddy Link, who is way better than you think he would be. Like kind of a small guy, not the most in shape. Like he's got 2 kids. We'll just put it that way.
He kind of shoots from his shoulder, but it's Drano.
But it goes in.
When I've been with him, yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we can come. That'd be awesome. They both subbed throughout the season already. But there was lots of concerns about the sub policy.
Because we've run into this before.
Yes.
The officiant at my wedding, good friend Joel Harney.
Right.
Drove, how far is Fort Scott away?
Hour plus.
Yeah, hour, close to 3 hours round trip to come be with us, sub for us, and was told he was not allowed.
Yes. Because
Nightmare.
I think they said something like, once you have 5 guys, you can't have any subs that aren't on the roster, something like that.
Yeah. So we were trying to really pay attention to the sub policy.
Yep.
What can we get away with this time?
Yep. And so I think the sub policy was no subs, unless you had to have 5, I think, or whatever, but no subs, and they will be checking IDs. It doesn't have to be like your driver's license, but some sort of ID.
I got a text from Cooper, and you're like, Cooper seems like a real good guy. And it said, this could be Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah. And I was like, first of all, my reaction was like, we've had the same refs and the same very incompetent scorekeeper the entire year, entire season.
This.
I was like, last week they didn't even check us in. They just put our number down. They don't even know our names.
They don't care at all.
I was like, I don't think they're gonna mind one way or the other. But I was like, I gotta try just in case. We gotta have some insurance policies here. So
Brad got to work.
So I got to work. Canva Pro, baby. CP, BB. Went there and changed Jake Triplett's. I took a screenshot of Jake Triplett's Facebook profile and changed the picture, like just the profile picture. Cover photo was the same, just a profile picture to Rustin and his wife. And it just looked like Jake Triplett, graduated from SBU, and here he is right here. And I sent it to the boys, and they were like, that looks pretty good. And then I took a picture, I took Link's profile picture, Instagram screenshot, Glide's profile, took out like the posts from below because Glide just got engaged / married to a black girl, and Link is married to a very white blonde girl in his profile picture. So I was like, all right, got to change that a little bit. And felt good about him. Got there that night, ready to use them, ready to show them off.
This is the part of the story where I didn't show up. We were on our way back from Iowa.
Yeah.
So I knew about all this, was really excited, and I purposely have not asked.
Okay, well, first of all, kind of a funny set the scene. We get there. I drove Harrison. Isaac, and I get there all at the same time. Isaac and I go to the bathroom, and for whatever reason, I mean, we're playing in this old arena that's renovated. It's really cool, but the bathroom lights didn't turn on.
Dude, yeah, I've done that before.
Has that happened to you?
There is a light switch, but it's on the opposite side of where you come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's happened to me before,
It needs
too.
to be like motion sensor.
Yeah.
We were just like, surely when we get far enough into the stalls here.
Come on, hey!
And so as we're peeing in the dark, Isaac's like, dude, I don't think this picture thing's going to work. I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I was like, yes, it will, dude. They're not even a check.
No.
Oh, man. And so, we get done. We get out of there. No, nothing bad. Don't worry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the scorekeeper was in the stall. I was like, no way.
He's like, guys, no.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
No, honestly, the story is not anything great because the scorekeeper didn't even double check anything.
No way.
No, I mean, we get there and I'm like, I texted Rustin beforehand, like, FYI, you're Jake Triplett.
Hey.
And Rustin's like, dude, is this gonna work? I'm driving a long time to get here.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my whole family. I'm like, dude, trust me, it's fine. I was like, if anything, we're leaving Link out. Like, you're our 5th player.
Yeah.
They didn't care one bit.
Wow.
The same exact thing. I was just like, hey, I'm 00. And he just wrote it down. Didn't even check anybody's ID. No, nothing. Wow. These guys were the most incompetent. There was one time Harrison dove on the ground for a ball, and these 2 guys just basically jumped on top of him on the ground. I was like, and then they called a jump ball. And not only whatever, it was right under the basket. There's a ref right here looking at him 3 feet away. The guy 3/4 of a court back called the jump ball. Yeah. And you know me, every once in a while I just like can't help myself. I'm like, how does that a jump ball? Just kind of getting mad at the guy. And anyway, so.
Well, that's great that you got to play with 6.
Got to play with 6.
Because I had texted afterwards a little bit of like, well, how'd it go? And someone said we had to play with 4, but we won.
Gunner's like, dude, I'm going to text Jake and say we had to play with 4, but Brad got hot or something like that.
But then I saw Gunner took a group photo later and all 6 people were sweaty. So
yeah.
I was like, well, something had to happen.
Context clues, Gun. So we played the first game against the same team we played last week. Anyway, like pretty Jalen Hurts team.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts wasn't there.
Oh.
But some other dude that was not on the team who looked like
Lamar Jackson.
More like a I don't know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just a short guy, but an athlete.
Cool.
And there was one time Isaac went up and looked like Isaac was going to try to dunk on this guy, and this guy met him right at the rim.
No way.
It was pretty awesome.
That is cool.
Because Isaac was like, you could tell he was going up hard, and this guy went up hard with him, and this guy's like 5'7", like short little dude. Anyway,
Good for him.
Played this team. They only had 5 guys, and it was 63 all with a minute left.
Ooh, fun.
And I think we got fouled. We scored 1 of 2 free throws, whatever. And so we had the ball again, up by 1 minute left. And we're like, get a good shot. Link shoots it, in the middle of the key, misses, but it pops out. It's like Robert Ory. Remember that Robert Ory shot back in the day?
He was always making game-winning threes.
Dude, that pops out to Harrison Pollard, top of the key. Harry hadn't shot it all night. Dude, without hesitation, catches the ball, 3-pointer, Drano.
No way.
We win by 4 points.
Wow,
it was great. So that was the first game.
It is very Robert Horry.
And the whole time, like the team that we were going to play in the championship, the team that hadn't lost all week or all year, was watching us, cheering us on. Link had a jersey that said Iceman on the back. And so every time he'd make one, they'd be like, Iceman, baby, let's go. And then, I would shoot one. Oh, big boy shooting. Like they were just like all about it. They were so fun.
It's funny that they gravitated to y'all.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why they were. I mean, we played them and we're kind of fun, I guess, playing with them. But
dude, having a jersey or whatever that says Iceman on the back is so just like perfect guy. Like, because Todd has a jersey that says Bug on the back. Like, guys just have weird shirts like that. Totally. It's the best.
Yeah, I think this was like Link's like intramural, like college IFC, like when he was working with fraternity stuff.
So funny.
Iceman. But then we play these guys in the championship. First play of the game, dude. Guess who drains it? The Iceman. And I go, you guys got to remember about the Iceman. And then you make another one, be like, the Iceman cometh. Like just saying all this stuff. And we started out pretty well. Long story short, we did not win. We learned later that these guys are 19, 20, and 21 years old. Wow. Like very young.
Yeah.
One of the guys, the tall, like 6'8" guy, plays in college.
Rockhurst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met his family a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. They had their family. That was another funny thing, is that my mom texted me and my dad, like me, my dad, and my mom in a group chat the night before, and was like, Dad and I would like to come to your basketball game tomorrow. Can you tell us what time and where it is?
Fun. A little Field of Dreams kind of still rubbing off.
And yeah, I respectfully said, no, thank you. Please don't come. I don't know. Like, it was like one of those things where I was like, I think this is just me and my friend. If my kids were coming, that'd be one thing, but I don't really want my parents in the stands. And then we get to this championship game and the ref comes over to us. They're like, yeah, these guys over here, they always have their parents come watch them. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, they beat us. I think they beat us by 10 or something, but we held our own. I think we were up by 1 at halftime.
That's very good.
But anyway, altogether fun time. I'm trying to remember anything else funny that happened. I mean, there was near the end of when it was close, near the end of the game, this big guy got it down low. And of course, even though I'm not tall, I might be one of the taller guys on our team. So I was guarding the big man, and I just was like, I'm not going to let him get an easy shot. And these guys weren't calling very many fouls. So I just shoved this guy as hard as I could 7 times, and they never called a foul. And then like later on, we got a timeout, and the ref was like, hey, 00, that's my number. Hey, 00, FYI, if you keep using your forearms like that, we're gonna call a foul on you. I was like, good. I was trying to foul. I was just like, I understand. That was a foul. What I did, like, I was playing football out there.
Yeah, we get 6.
Yes.
Let's try to use some. Try to get in the bonus here.
So anyway, that was kind of funny, but overall, it was just a good time. Yeah, we held up number 2. I've never won the championship in KC Crew.
Dang.
We've gotten the championship game quite a few times, but never made it. So someday.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's
But
fun.
it was a great time, and hung out in the parking lot for like 45 minutes afterwards.
Dang.
Talking about Joe Biden's torso and if he looks too tall. Talking about kids, everything in between.
Bummed I missed out on that.
Yep.
Rachel and I just found that you can play sand volleyball in leagues in Kid City, 2-on-2.
Dude.
And Rachel was like, us two should play. And I was like, really? You would play with me? I got so excited. It was all I
Really?
talked about all night.
Yeah.
And on that same note, I was just like, I know our parents are going to come and it would be so fun.
Yeah.
I would love for our parents to come and watch us play 2-on-2 volleyball. I was like, you don't think I'm going to let the team down? I mean, post mallet, I don't know if I'll be the same guy.
You won't have the same touch. Dude, 2-on-2. We were talking about this the other day. I was watching the Olympics and it's like,
The Summer Games?
sorry, I was watching the Summer Games.
I don't think it.
I was watching the SGs. And yeah, dude, it's like you have to be in better shape to play 2-on-2 volleyball at that level than anything else.
I don't know what else would even compare to that. Water polo, maybe? That seems exhausting.
Dude, did you see that video of Pito?
Yeah.
That looked...
Is that what Timon's doing every Thursday morning?
Timon might be like a little bit of a physical specimen and we don't know it.
Maybe, yeah. 5:59 mile.
Yeah.
Pito's in the morning.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
That was a wild video. Join our Facebook group if you're not in there.
That's exciting about 2-on-2 volleyball, though.
I can't stop thinking about it. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to let her down.
You have to cover so much ground in 2-on-2. You're going to get so skinny.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be so tired.
Yeah. It will be a lot of fun. But yeah, hopefully we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
Hopefully the mallet's healed. It'll be a fun time.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I don't think we'll be the most dynamic sand volleyball team. I think typically you'd like to have a guy who could rise above the net a little more. But
Right.
we'll have fun.
Yeah.
We'll have fun. So yeah, I can't wait to play that with her. Let's talk more summer games after this.
Okay.
But first of all, do you know that Good Ranchers is excited about the summer games?
I do know that they're excited about the summer games.
So, hey, real quick, raise your hand if you're excited about summer games. Now open your eyes.
They're both up.
Everybody's hand is up, including my computer, which I have the Good Ranchers logo pulled up. I like to look at the logo just to remind me.
Yeah. How do you find the logo? They have a URL for the logo?
I use a URL called goodranchers.com.
Okay.
And that is where you're going to find... Is that...
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just funny the way you say it. I use a URL called, like, it's like making it sound like it's like this, like this, like, I've opted into the URL goodranchers.com.
I've opted in.
You know?
Yeah, so America takes the gold in meat.
Yes.
Don't get your meat from other countries, other places. Don't have it shipped overseas and then packaged in America and be lied to and say, no, this is American meat. That's not how it works.
Nope.
At Good Ranchers, the whole process, the farmers, the animals, the packaging, the shipping, everything. It's all happening in America to your doorstep. It's American meat delivered.
Did you see the Simone Biles interview last night after she jumped 11 feet in the air?
Yes.
She said, I couldn't have done this without my American meat delivered from goodranchers.com.
I couldn't believe that because they want to know every year, like the women's gymnastics team, they always have like a slogan.
Yep.
They're like, okay,
Yep.
It was the
They were
Fabulous Five, Magnificent Seven.
The Golden Girls.
Yes. What is it this year?
The Golden Ranchers.
She said it's GRKC.
It's GRKC.
I
Yeah.
was like, that's crazy.
The G stands for Good Rancher, Good Gold Ranchers.
Gymnastics Ranchers.
Gold Ranchers. What do you think?
What do you guys all think?
What? Huh?
We're brainstorming.
Anybody?
If you were to use Simone Biles, a Summer Games athlete, slogan as a code, GRKC at goodranchers.com, here's what you'd get. A free gold medal type add-on, if you will, for the next 4 years.
Every
Say it with
time.
your dino fingers.
Yeah.
4
4
years.
years.
You're going to get your choice between free chicken breast, free ground beef, free bacon, or free salmon for the next 4 years, plus free expedited shipping, plus $25 off your first box. So that can be up to a $1,200 value, depending on what meat you get. Take advantage now.
While the summer games are still
Hot.
GRKC,
GRKC,
American meat delivered.
Have you been watching many of the games with the rings?
No, not really. Yeah. With the interconnected. Are they interconnected rings?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to be.
They gotta be, right? I've watched some
Do
highlights.
you know the
on
5
social
colors of the Olympic rings? This was a cruise trivia question.
Okay.
I'll say it like they did. Who can tell me the 5 colors in Olympic rings?
I would love to watch Steve Coop be like, what did he say?
Well, the thing is, it's Steve Coop, it's my dad, it's John. I mean, they're all. What did he say?
Yeah.
I think he said Olympic medals. Put Michael Phelps. No, he said Olympic colors. Colors like nationalities? No, John.
Oh,
it's
no.
not nationalities.
Okay, 5
Not
colors.
Skin color.
I'm going definitely red, yellow, green, and then I'm gonna go blue. And red, yellow, green, orange. Call me crazy. White?
Okay, red, yellow, green, orange, and white.
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
By how
I will
many?
tell you how many you have correct.
Okay.
You have 3 correct.
Okay. Red, yellow, green? No.
I'm in between it being yellow or orange. Let's call it yellow.
Okay. Okay. Red, yellow, green.
Let's call it gold.
You don't think purple weasel its way in there, do you?
Weasels. You don't think what is it in the Roy G. Biv? You don't think violet from the rainbow snuck its way in, do you?
Indigo, how'd you get here? I'll go. I don't know. I don't see blue in there. Wow, I can't believe I don't know this better.
It's a funny thing. Yeah, once you're quizzed on it.
Blue and purple.
Blue is correct, but there's one more you're missing.
This is the wild card. Black.
Black.
Oh, I see. So I was thinking white.
I know.
This is the exact opposite.
Me and Braden were kind of the ones putting our heads together
Did you
on
get
the
it?
cruise. We did, but we were between white and black. That was
Okay.
tricky to try and remember.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
I actually I went to trivia last night.
Where?
Coco Bolos. You heard of that? Down
No.
at Prairie Fire.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Buddy invited me and I was
Buddy.
like, he's like, hey, are you any good at trivia? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever really I don't think I've ever gone to a trivia night.
Rachel and I's first date.
Where at? Westport?
Yeah, Westport Ale House, I think it was called.
Fun. Just the two of you?
Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah, we were bad.
Because I was gonna say there was plenty that I knew, but we still got third place. And
Hey.
But I came with these 3 other guys that go pretty regularly. It's usually just the 3 of them, and they invited me this time, and they had a free $50 gift card for this place because they won first place.
Great.
They're like, we basically win almost every time. Didn't win this time, and I was like, I can't help but feel responsible for this.
You got a bad plus minus.
Um,
What were some of the categories?
Yeah, so they had 8 categories total. One of them was just like warming up kind of thing. And it was just like geography, Harry Potter.
Bummer.
Too specific.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, logos, which I liked.
Okay.
Except I steered
Olympics.
clear wrong. They did have Olympics as one of the categories.
Oh.
One of the ones that they do every time, they call it 8-bit bops. So 8-bit,
the type of like music style.
Yeah. Kind of like Nintendo sounding.
Mario, yeah.
So it was 8-bit bops. This one was specifically Disney songs. So you had to know what Disney movie this song was from. Harder than I thought it would be. Got 3 out of 5 on that one. And then I think the last one was video games. Another one that was like, I don't know these very well.
Yeah, it's kind of like Harry Potter. It's like you either really know it or you really don't. There's no middle ground.
Please ask a Madden one. Just ask one Madden one.
Madden 06?
Ooh, but I won. They had like just a lightning thing in between for a free drink. And I won that out of the whole place.
What was the question?
The question was, Shohei Ohtani has the most home runs as a Japanese baseball player in the major leagues. What major league player would have shattered his record if they counted his Japanese career?
Oh, Ichiro Suzuki.
Incorrect.
No way.
That was because I raised my hand and this other person raised their hand. They said Ichiro, and I said, I don't think that's right. And then they called on me. Do you have another guess?
No.
He was after Ichiro, or like still in the same time period, but
Any guess I have would be somewhat racist. So.
Oh, Yao Me? No. Played for the Yankees.
I don't know.
Hideki?
Oh,
Matsui.
Matsui. Yeah. Good memory.
Yeah.
Of course, Hideki Matsui. Yeah, because he had way more home runs than Ichiro.
He mashed, yeah.
Yeah. Matt.
Mashui.
Dude, great recall.
So I didn't even use my drink. I just gave it to one of my other
nice.
teammates. Probably why we lost, because they were a little inebriated. I don't know.
I still remember Rachel and I's first date. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before. It was the hardest trivia I've ever done. One of the categories was movie posters for movies that haven't come out yet.
Oh, yeah.
That was the category.
Yeah.
So it was just like, all right, just wake me up when this is over. This is the worst thing I could think of.
The cool thing that this trivia thing had is that at the end of every round, so the way it works is, and maybe this is how every trivia works, bear with me if I'm just absolute novice with this stuff. Amateur, whatever. But we had like pieces of paper, and every round was 5 questions, and we wrote down on a piece of paper all 5 questions, and then after the end of every round, we would take that paper up to this guy. Is that what you do usually?
Rachel and I's, you had this is what made it fun. You had like almost a whiteboard, and you would reveal your answers.
Okay.
And they would say it out loud. So of course I was like saying dumb stuff just because they would read it.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah. So this one was more like you didn't know how well other people were doing. Really.
Okay.
They had like an app you could check or whatever. But
Cool.
But after every round, if you think you did so poorly on that round that you got 2 or less, or I guess 3 or less, whatever, you could basically like get a 1 question like save, basically. Like you can choose out of like the 5 categories they have, you could choose one of those categories. You roll a die, and it would be from 1 to 20, depending on how high of a roll you get. That's how difficult of a question you get. So you could be like, okay, I've never seen Harry Potter, never read Harry Potter. I got 0 out of 5 on that. Let me roll this die and choose sports. And if you get the sports question right, 1 question straight up,
it replaces one of your Harry Potter questions.
No, you get 3 points total. So that is kind of the nice thing about like, okay, I don't watch movies that I've never seen before. Like,
yeah.
like, so you could redo that or whatever.
It's a cool way of doing it.
It was fun. But I was like, it's a pretty rough way to meet somebody. Cause I'm like, I mean, these people could easily judge me right off the bat of like, this guy's an idiot, Like, luckily I held my own all right. I did steer them the wrong way once. But the guy was saying the same thing I was. It was this logo, and they like take certain words out. And so I was like, that logo looks like Ghirardelli chocolate. I'm pretty sure. And the guy was like, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't going to say anything until you said it. I was like, okay, Ghirardelli, lock it in. And everyone was like, dude, nice one. Good one.
They're all so proud of you.
Yeah. But apparently a lot of people said Ghirardelli. It was bicycle playing cards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's that logo look like?
Yeah, it was one of those things, but they took out the word bicycle. It just said since 1885 or something like that.
Wow.
So anyway.
That's fine. You're right, though. Yeah, it isn't easy. You set yourself up to be judged a little bit. Like, if you're not good at trivia, do not sign up for this. If you're in a group of people you never met before.
Yeah. And I've never done this specific trivia. So sometimes I was like, okay, is that a super easy answer, or is that like a trick question kind of thing? Like,
do they do trick questions here?
Because I think as the round got like later, the questions were quote unquote harder. At first, like the first question, I was like, if these are the questions, I might be the smartest guy in the room.
They're
like, what does CIA stand for? I was like,
guys,
are you kidding? But then there was another one that was like, what river separates Missouri and Illinois? And I was like, I mean, it's got to be the Mississippi River, but that's like,
don't we all know this?
Right. That's like the one river that everyone knows in America. And so I was like, is that too easy? So it was. But so let me think of a few other questions for you. Geography, we could do.
Yeah, geography.
Okay. What North American country is the closest to South America?
Oh, Panama.
Very good. That was one who was like, I mean, it's Panama, right?
Yeah, I had to think for like a second to like understand.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let's see. What other ones? Geography. Oh, this one was like almost 2 on the nose, and we should have, in hindsight, duh. But they had like the classic Windows XP picture. Remember like the background with like the green hills?
Totally.
Yeah. And they're like, this picture was taken at Los Carneros Ava or something like that. Carneros Ava. What state in America is that from?
Dude, I don't know Los Cernos Ava, but I've seen one of those GeoGuessr content creators like go and find this place.
Oh, really?
So that would be quite the recall if I could remember that. I don't know where. I mean, Nebraska or something.
Well, that's the thing. Like, obviously that sounds like a Spanish thing. So I'm like, okay, it's probably California.
Uh-huh.
But then the guy's like, I mean, Windows, they're from Washington. Maybe it's Washington. And in the background, you could faintly see this mountain. So I was like, that makes sense. The Washington.
Mount Rainier, maybe?
Yeah, whatever. So we said Washington. It was California.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. It's like, dang, of course.
Yeah.
Like, what other places have, Spanish names? Texas? It's not Texas.
Yeah.
What
That's
other?
Fun.
Yeah, I mean.
I have a geography question for you.
Great.
What Asian country is the closest to the United States?
Ooh. Is this like a trick? Is it Russia?
Yeah, because of Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is because Russia's kind of both, right? Asia and Europe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of Asia as well.
Yeah. That's crazy that Alaska is so like freaking far over there.
Yeah, I think they're like a canoe's trip away.
Yeah, Sarah Palin could see it from her backyard.
Yeah, big canoe.
Also, yeah, just wild. That's fun.
Good job.
Anyway, I feel like I held my own enough to where they're like, yeah, you can come back next week if you
That
want.
was fun. You can get that Ghirardelli out of your system, but otherwise, pretty good job.
But yeah, there were a few of them that were like, who's going to star in this movie that hasn't come out yet? I was like, I have no idea. And the guy, like one of the guys, like made eye contact with the other one. I was like, okay, write it down.
It's good, pal.
Robert Downey Jr. Obviously. I'm like, okay, sure.
All right.
So anyway, you want to talk about another sponsor? How about
Do anything.
How about Cozy Earth? We got Cozy Earth this
No
this
way.
week. Are
Do
you
we
wearing
really?
Cozy?
I'm not.
Me neither, but I would love to be.
They shipped a new box to our house, which is pretty fun.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got some towels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of towels.
a lot of towels.
Yeah. I was like, this is so awesome. Look at all these. And Rachel was like, we don't really need new towels. What if we like kind of keep these and like use them as gifts for people? And I was like, that's a good gift.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a mature wife right there.
Yeah.
Because I ripped them open. I was like, let's feel all the towels.
Let's feel them. Everyone put one on.
Everyone shove it in your face. See what it feels like.
It's good to have Cozy Earth back because they're awesome. Their stuff is so. You know what I did?
What?
This is actually, I forgot. I feel like it's so easy to always talk about Cozy Earth. So like 3 nights ago, I was like, I'm going to see if I could find like Cozy Earth type stuff on like in China or something.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, I was like, could I just like buy in bulk what Cozy Earth is making? Because I want it so bad.
Right.
And couldn't find it. So
okay.
You guys are going to have to just go to cozyearth.com. But that's how much I love their stuff. I'm like, I would buy it 100 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
If I could.
That'd
If I
be
could
amazing.
find access to it. Because literally what I started, I was like, viscose from bamboo.
Right.
Anything. I don't care what it is.
Sock.
Yeah, t-shirt, hoodie. I mean, I'm always traveling in their hoodies and sweatpants, their sheets I sleep on 12 months a year. That's the whole year. I'm just a huge fan of Cozy Earth. They're awesome.
Can I tell you something fun?
Go ahead.
They've changed from 30% off with GRKC to 40% off.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's
We've
right.
never done 40%.
We've never done 40% off.
Wow.
So act now. Go grab
Act fast. Don't touch that dial.
it. GRKC, 40% off. The most comfortable, fill in the blanks. If they're selling it, it's more comfortable than the
What you
the
have.
competition. Yeah,
That's all you need to know. If they're selling it, it's better than what you have.
it really is in every way.
Wow, 40%. Yeah, I'd say now is the time.
40%
Cash
off.
in. May not be this high again.
I don't know how long that's going to last or whatever, but cozyearth.com, GRKC, 40% off.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And apparently they have post-purchase surveys. So if they have like a little survey, how do you hear about it? Say Ghostrunners. That would really help us
The
out as well.
Ghosties told me.
So, I heard about from the Ghosties. So, viscose from bamboo. Sheesh.
All right, it's good. Turn the computer back off.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's a blank screen. Not looking at nothing.
Trivia. I went to Melrose Abbey. You heard about that? Johnny Yusuf's new wedding venue.
Okay.
We got to go for a little grand opening, sneak preview kind of thing. It was really fun.
Cool. Yeah, I think we've talked about him maybe a little bit on the podcast where we have a friend who works in real estate who decided to flip he's done a couple flips, but took on a massive project, flipping was an old,
Yeah.
what did it used to be?
I think it was a Swedish Baptist church.
Okay, so it was a church.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean,
Okay.
it's very obvious when you walk in, like it feels like a church. But like,
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a balcony. I mean, it's church looking, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was. And
they
He
did an
spent
amazing job.
so much money, so much time, had so many issues,
So many
vandalism.
headaches, dude.
Yeah, like
Just crazy things. Yeah, all these different things. And it was really, really cool to see like him, this thing come to fruition kind of thing. Like you could tell how happy he was and how excited. They had this one room, like I think it was kind of like where like the idea was like if the in-laws or the parents or whoever before the wedding would be in this room. They called it the lobby kind of thing. But they had all this history there, like all these pictures of the like old artifacts from the church.
Oh, cool.
And there was this panoramic picture. I mean, I don't know how, probably 1.5 feet wide, whatever, 6 inches tall, not very, But of all these men, like, I mean, 250 men, all in like suits, like standing outside the church from 1923.
Ooh.
And you can see like Model T cars in the background.
That's a really cool picture.
It was awesome. It was like men's morning Bible study from Swedish Baptist Church.
Swedish Baptist
like
Church.
That. Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, that was a really fun. It was just cool to see Johnny and see all the hard work pay off kind of thing. And it's going to be awesome. I think if you're looking for a wedding in KC, go to Melrose Abbey.
Yeah, that's cool.
Super beautiful. I don't have much more to say. He was telling me like that people in the neighborhood are like complaining about it because they're like, it's not right for a church to not be a church anymore. He's like, when I bought this thing, there were homeless camps with people selling drugs and like having like fires in the front yard. He's like, this isn't better than what I,
It's so annoying.
Oh, but people are drinking in the basement of a church. That's not right. He's like, it's
my
not church anymore. It's, whatever. It's like, it's so beautiful compared to what was there before.
Yeah. That's cool. Speaking of hard work paying off, I know I already told you this, but I got an email from the landlord where I was going to put Bondi, and he said, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I wanted to follow up and say we would no longer like to have you park in our parking lot. So we are back to square one, folks. So it's all good. I was on the phone with my sister last night, and I was telling her, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I've gone through the stages of grief so many times where there's nothing. I am so accepted. I have fully accepted anything you could throw at me. Doesn't even matter. Bounces off of me. Bring it on. New location, no problem. I'll have it picked out in 2 days. I
mean, that's the beauty of Kansas City is a sprawling metro, and there are plenty of options.
I will say, when Rachel and I were driving around that spot that I told you about, I was even making the point. I was like, people who say the economy is not doing well right now, look at this. Look at all these people. I don't know anything about economy stuff, but I was just like, this is insane. So many people are out of their home right now spending money. I mean, this parking lot is gangbusters right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kansas City, it's a great spot. It's doing well.
Yeah. We did laugh about how there's a new business that opened up called Bonsai Bowls.
Yeah. I didn't even want to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. Not
bleep it out.
No, not for that sake.
Okay.
Just because like I didn't want to seem like I kept complaining about stuff. So I was like, I don't want to
okay.
also. And another thing, but yeah, I mean, it was on the same street as where I'd planned on opening. They opened a week like back in June, and they were called Bonsai Bowls. I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, if anything else, it could be like a happy accident, like somebody coming to your truck thinking they're going to get a bonsai bowl, like on the go. And they're like, wait, this isn't, I guess I'll just stay here.
You don't have rice bowls with lettuce?
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't the same product necessarily, but just another hilarious thing. So back to the drawing board. I mean, not the total drawing board. I got a lot of this stuff figured out. Back to the location board.
Yeah. You'll get there, baby.
I'm fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got to talk to you because I saw you guys sitting on your porch the other night. That was fun.
Yeah. Just hanging out on the porch, man. We love the front porch. And I think I yelled, or I was rooting you on as you were running. Woo, woo, woo. And you're like, I could barely see you over there, man.
Yeah, I had the AirPods in, didn't hear anything, just happened to glance over, and I could see your arm kind of moving. I was like, is that Brad? That was fun.
Are you listening music, or are you listening to podcasts usually?
I'll go 75 podcast, 20 music, 5 nothing.
Ooh, raw dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, just free running.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 fastest miles of the year have been no headphones in.
Oh, interesting.
One of them was the track. So I don't know if that counts. When we all did it, live stream race. And then the other one was when it was pouring down rain. So I didn't want anything to get wet. And so maybe I was just like escaping the thunderstorm by like going fast. I don't know. But there's a common denominator.
Have you do you ever say like this, I'm going to try to run as fast as I can today? Or like whatever?
I will say this is just my own personal experience. Now that it's hot and humid, there's no PR. It is impossible to set a PR in this humidity.
Okay, yeah.
I just immediately your heart rate is so much higher than it would normally be.
Right.
So it just feels impossible. So
it's so thick.
Yeah, it's just I got something to say about that. This is what no notes, baby. No notes. The computer's off. I kind of spontaneously went to Iowa this past weekend. I could talk more about it, but the one specific thing, I woke up. So I've started to develop some buddies up there.
Some buddies?
Okay. And these are Scuzz.
Morning, Scuzz.
Neil. Hey, how's the coffee? No, these are pickle buddies.
Okay.
And I only text them when I'm in town looking to play pickleball. Just kind of a booty call.
Yeah.
Except at 3 a.m, it's usually 6 a.m.
You up? Want a dink?
You up early tomorrow?
Yeah.
Before work? And so, I texted my pickle buddies in Iowa, and they're farmers. And so they're like, yeah, let's play tomorrow, 6 a.m. Dyke courts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See you there.
Yep.
I'll bring my wig. And so 6 a.m., show up, and we're playing. And it's not that hot out. So I was like, I think this is why we're playing early, to beat the heat a little bit. But I'm thinking, we're sweating like kind of a ton right now. And then an hour into it, I'm like, this is like what happens when you have a fever. Like, this is why you sweat that much. It was just like you got out of a shower, just like as wet as possible. We get done playing, and I think to check, I'm like, I'm going to check the humidity and just see what it is. I took a screenshot. I don't know what I'm going to do with it someday, but I have it. It was Dyke, Iowa, 97% humidity. Have you ever heard of that? Almost the whole sky was water? How does that work?
Yeah, at 100%, does that just mean rain?
Am I underwater? Yeah,
that?
I don't know. I'm like, how close were we to a monsoon? I just couldn't wrap my head. I was like, I knew something that was insane.
You're right.
I knew that was not how it was supposed to be. And so then I'm talking to these guys, like, guys, I told you it was crazy. I was like, 97% humidity. They're going, Iowa summers. I'm like, I think, is it Iowa summer? So I'm like, well, I can't wait to tell Steve and Angie and Rachel I get home. Like 97% humidity. And it seems like, there's some science. Something with the corn helps keep moisture in the air.
Oh,
it's more humid here.
Okay.
Really? Either way, no one has been excited for me that I was in 97% humidity. Everyone's like,
Wait.
yeah, Iowa.
Let me do it one more time. Go ahead.
I was playing pickleball.
Yeah.
The humidity was 97%.
No way! No. 97. You mean 79. You're dyslexic. 97?
I was dinking with my buddies at 97% humidity.
It was basically a A plus in humidity.
A plus in humidity.
Oh my gosh, dude. No way.
This is how I thought Angie Coop would respond, and she didn't. You're out of breath.
Oh my gosh. Is that just like because of the corn, or like, how does that, what is this? I didn't even know that was scientifically possible, dude. No way.
Yep.
So were you just like drenched? Like it would feel like you were at a fever or something?
It was like that. I was super sweaty and wet.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Thank you for taking this seriously. Thanks for having the appropriate response.
Okay. Like, do you have like documentation of it or something though? Like
I have the screenshot.
Do you really?
I have the screenshot.
What are you gonna do with it, dude?
I'll just show it to people who want to see it. I don't know.
Holy cow. Just real quick. I know we're recording, but we can either pause or whatever. I'm just gonna call.
You're actually
This is nuts, dude. This is crazy.
Who are you calling?
This is crazy.
Hello.
Have you ever heard of 97% humidity before?
Probably only in the bottom of the ocean.
Isn't that nuts? It was in Iowa, Kath.
Thanks, Kath.
Iowa has 97% humidity at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.?
6 a.m.? I know!
Thank you, Catherine.
That is horrible.
I can't believe it. I mean, can you imagine if we were playing pickleball in 6 a.m. at 97% humidity?
I would die.
I know, Kath.
Thank you, Catherine.
What was the actual temperature?
70.
70 degrees.
Oh, that's kind of nice. But with that much humidity, it probably felt like 92.
Probably felt like 92. Yeah, exactly. I can't believe it. I'm so glad that you're sharing my sentiment in this.
We're just calling everybody and telling them.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is why in an Iowa?
I know. You'd think, I mean, it's northern Iowa. It's basically Minnesota.
Well, northern Iowa, doesn't that kind of get close to Chicago?
Lake Michigan.
I don't know. Is that all up there? Is it Chicago on the water?
I think Dyke is like a suburb of Chicago. Like Dyke people are Cubs fans, but I think New Hartford people are White Sox fans.
I think it makes sense.
It does really make sense.
I just had to call you. We're still recording, but I just wanted to let you know because that's insane, right?
insane. Hey, guess what I'm doing? It's so funny. I'm answering the phone with my left hand because my right hand is currently in the bottom of our dryer vent pulling out parlor beads.
Oh no.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Who did that?
I have no idea.
Oh boy. All right.
No
Well,
idea. Anyway.
I'll leave you to it so I can just be goofy on a podcast. We can decide who has a harder life.
Gotta work.
Yeah. All right, I gotta let you go. I'm really working hard here.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Bye.
All right, love you. Bye.
That was great.
Oh man, if there's anybody that's gonna get fired up about weather, it's Catherine Ellis.
That was so great that you called her.
You wanna talk about like if it's really cold, she'll really get fired up about that.
Get like mad.
Oh,
Mad
dude,
how cold
she
it is.
just does not want to think about it.
Same with Rachel. I looked it up. Corn crops in Iowa can contribute to higher humidity levels, especially in the summer. The process is called evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration. I was like, let's take a syllable, and then I'll figure it out at the end. And I did.
Yeah, I have this thing. It just like
evaporated.
Yeah, dude. They had like this puddle in our yard, but then like after the sun came, it did this thing called evaporate, and it just got out of there. It evaporated. I don't know. It's kind of like prorated, I guess.
I guess they only pay for half.
It's like Desperate Housewives, like Eva Longoria, evaporate. Or maybe it's Spanish. Maybe it's evaporate. I don't know.
Evapotranspiration. Yeah. Once I read the whole word, I was like, oh, I can probably tackle this.
What'd you call it?
Evapotranspiration. Okay. Got to the end of the word. Now I got it.
Oh my.
Or slang called corn sweat.
Corn sweat.
I had the corn sweats.
Dude.
I had the dyed corn sweats.
Dude, I had that firecracker shrimp. Gave me the corn sweats, bro.
Yeah, it's still on the bridge. You can still see it.
Yeah. I planted my seed in the bridge. Not GMO.
No fertilizer?
Nope.
Just corn sweats.
No till. So
it occurs when corn absorbs water through its roots and releases vapor into the air through its leaves. For every acre of corn, around 4,000 gallons of water are released daily. So, yeah, Steve was right.
That's fun.
In fact, some say that Iowa cornfields can make the state muggier than the Miami beaches. Some say. Not everyone's fully on board with that, but some say.
Obviously it stinks to sweat so much, but also you just feel like inherently productive when you sweat. Yeah.
You're like, hey, I can... because I went straight from there, went to the Quick Star, got a donut.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
I lost some here. Yeah.
Yeah, I never have donuts. I did so good on the cruise. I didn't have, a lot of the dessert that was at my disposal at all times, but yeah, I needed that donut that morning. It was good.
What's going on? I walked in here today. It's like a little potluck dinner of, you got like 4 donuts on the table. You got like scotcheroo looking things, special K-bars or whatever.
You know what I think you might have thought were donuts is the gauze wrap.
Really? It looked like it had sprinkles.
Oh, wait. That. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, no, those are donuts. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, no. Those things are donuts.
No, so
there's like fried bread with like icing and sprinkles on
it. Those are sugar cookies.
Oh, okay.
Angie Coop made them. You can have some.
I'm okay.
What about the no-bake cookies? You can have some of those too.
Oh, I love no-bakes. Do you put them in the fridge?
They're on our table. We can put them in the fridge for you if you want.
We'll put them in the fridge and I'll get some later.
Yeah, so we have that. And then last night for the all-female gathering, Rachel made scotcheroos.
Oh, okay. Fun.
So, yeah, little potluck. Little potluck.
That's crazy. 97% humidity.
I had some Main Street Roasters in Iowa.
Did you really?
Yeah. Somehow I fought through the humidity.
Yeah.
And the donuts. And, I had some coffee. Put a little creamer in it.
Mm-hmm. I love
fake whistling.
I checked the mail to see if we had any Main Street Roasters.
And?
Any?
Oh.
Any? Yeah, a whole big old bag of beans from MainStreetRoasters.com.
I love quoting that kid. Anytime Rachel's like, what are you up to tomorrow? Pick up sticks. Check the mail.
Bo has some tendencies of him sometimes. It's so
yeah.
true. Main Street Roasters though, baby. I had some this morning.
Pick up bags.
Yeah.
Pick up beans.
Pick up beans. Pick up beans. But they'll deliver them right to my door, so it's not that big of a deal. Any?
Any? Yeah, any kind.
They got discounts? Or I went on Ghostrunners podcast to check if they have discounts on Main Street Roasters. Any? Yeah, 10% off actually with GRKC.
90% of full price. We love Major Roasters. That episode was so fun last Wednesday. By the way, if you haven't listened to last Wednesday's episode, I think it was a really good episode, especially the last, I forgot even what it was. I remember in the moment thinking the last like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of this, I hope people get to it. It was really good.
We're
Anyway.
recording this on Wednesday, so I haven't listened to the whole episode yet, but I listened to like 30 minutes of it this morning. And yeah, it was a great episode.
Because we did the 5 and 10. It was so funny with Timon.
When Timon, what did he say? He said,
never going to give you up?
For whatever reason, that was so funny to me.
Yeah. All right, Timon, 5 songs. All right, never going to give you up. Oh, I'm freezing.
And then he said, Jesus loves me.
I saw Timon's dad. Or sorry. All right, Major Roasters. Let's talk about I'll talk about Timon's dad later.
Great coffee.
Yeah,
Fires
great
me
people,
up.
great coffee. We're gonna be there in October.
I'm gonna be there just impromptu in August. I'll let you guys know a little more.
Are you really?
I'm going that direction for a father-son retreat. We'll talk about it more later.
Dude, that's fun. You are gonna love it, and you're gonna get recognized 1,000 times. It's gonna be the greatest day of your life.
What if I come in there like hoping like, hey guys,
You're wearing a Ghostrunners shirt. You're wearing. It says, "Ask me about my podcast."
you know that guy Leo Gonzalez.
So funny.
I can just see him being like, it's me, I'm here.
Yes, I have arrived.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
What kind of coffee you think I want? Can you imagine him being like, can I take your order? What do you think I want? No, since you know me so well, probably, right?
You think I'll probably just get the regular? You know that?
You probably know everything about me, right? Right.
That's such a good impersonation of Leo doing a character.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, Rachel and I love Leo.
Me too. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, well, have fun for yourself. For those of you who can't make it out, support from afar. Get some delivered. GRKC, you get 10% off MageRoasters.com. Check it out.
So good. What were we going to talk about?
Wednesday episode, Timon's dad.
Timon's dad.
Just needed some microphones. So Friday Pickleball bought some like mics, but then Timon usually like keeps them because he takes the footage, charges them, whatever. But Timon's on vacation again. The only person who takes more vacations than me is Timon. He's gone again. He's actually gone next weekend too. Not that we need him next weekend, but Friday Pickleball definitely could have used him next weekend. And so he's gone again.
Oh, he's next week in PPA?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
I think Derek's going to come shoot some stuff for us on Saturday, which will be fun.
Fun.
So once again, it's the week you're listening to this like Scott's doing like 4 events. Scott's competing like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, I think. Isaac and I competing Saturday. Come watch. Let him watch.
Let him watch.
Hope we don't screw it up. Don't let us botch.
So let's see. If this comes out on Monday, we could technically get some merch to him by.
Wait, merch to who?
If people want to wear some pickleball, like
if
we want to make a shirt.
Okay.
The capitalist in me is like, we could probably have some people. All of a sudden, it's like, why is this guy getting more fans over here on the amateur courts than the professionals?
And it's like they set up a merch table. This guy looks like he does it professionally. He set up a merch table really efficiently. Isaac's over there slinging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come out, watch, support if you want the PPA tournament. All I had to say, I was like, Timon, can I meet up with you at some point to grab these mics? Got to reshoot some Lipton stuff. Me and Isaac are going to make a video while we're on the road. We can talk more about that later. But he's like, it actually might be more convenient if you just meet up with my dad. And I was like, great.
Perfect.
So met up with Timon's dad, and Jesse was also there. Jesse had just gotten done auditioning for the choir. I said, what'd you audition with? He said, the Star Spangled Banner. I was like, your choice? He's like, no, we all had to do it. I was like, oh, that's probably good.
Oh, really? It's July, so that's just the
Figured it would win me over a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun to see. Just me, Rachel, and Brandon and Jesse.
It's fun. Like after meeting Timon's dad, it's like, oh, Timon is like his dad. Not like carbon copy, but like there's definitely mannerisms that are similar. You feel that?
And I got to see Timon's dad joke around a little bit. Like Timon, I think was like really, I should say really nervous, but he was just trying to make sure that we found each other, that me and his dad did. And so when he hadn't heard from us in a little bit, he kept calling his dad, and his dad kept like denying it because we were like in a conversation. And then Timon keeps calling, so eventually he answers it, and he's like, "Hey, have you found Jake yet?" And Timon's dad is like, "No, I'm still looking for him," and I'm just messing with him. And Timon's texting me, and he's like, "No, he's right here." Timon's like, "Oh, okay." Why didn't you answer my calls?
That's great. Yeah, he's like, because I'm actually in a conversation with somebody. That's funny. Yeah, I never gave him a hard time about this, but did you hear about the time where Timon left your microphones underneath your car?
Oh, yeah.
He like was like dropping them back off for you or something. And I don't know if he just had a panic moment or what, but like out of all the places he could think to leave these things, he's like, I'm going to put them under Jake's car. And then that night / the next morning, it rained a pretty good amount.
Yeah, I felt bad. I had to ask you. I was like, hey, sorry, it looks like it's kind of raining. Timon said he left the microphones under my car. Would you mind snagging them? Yeah, thanks for doing that.
It's like you have one of those mailboxes that just like a nice flappy, just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Just a great, I will say to his credit / my chagrin, they weren't just right underneath the car.
They were protected.
They were down there enough to where I was like reaching in there pretty good.
Hey, good work, Timon.
So,
yeah, I could have coordinated better with it. I should have like unlocked my car or something for him, but kind of forgot.
no, it was just a funny thing of like, okay, this is the best thought here. But anyway,
I forgot he did that. Good times.
old timing.
You want to talk father-son retreat?
Sure. Yeah, I'm kind of preparing for it right now. Basically, a Ghosty in Indiana. He works at a camp called Camp.
Oh, cool. That's the name of it?
Yep.
I like that. SEO's got to be tough.
It's
but
no, honestly, just camp with 4 P's.
Oh, okay.
Camp.
Yeah,
is it
it's
called?
camp.
No, it's something wood. Anyway, out in like northeast Indiana, and
Cool.
yeah, at the end of their summers they do a father-child retreat. I think technically is what it is.
Okay.
And so I think it's nothing crazy. It's like maybe 15, 20 dads and their kids. But I'm like the speaker for the dads. Like I get to
Oh, wow.
be like the keynote speaker for this thing.
It's not something you're like bringing Bo to. You're just like you're the
Right. No,
talent.
I'm getting paid to go and really excited about it. It's been a fun, like I take the responsibility of it pretty seriously. So I've been trying to not just whip something together in a month. So I've been working on it for a while now and just trying to compile different things I've learned and different resources and stuff. So I'm really excited about it.
What are your like? How many talks for how long?
Yeah, I think there's. I also got asked to lead some worship for it.
Wow.
Which will be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm kind of like
Double-edged
just the
sword.
entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing some kids worship, like a little more like fun.
Waves of mercy.
Pharaoh. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Let my people go. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but doing some kids worship, some like nighttime. Have you ever heard the term Vespers?
Oh, yeah. Where have I heard that?
I think it's like I think the right Christians are going to be like, you've never heard of Vespers?
Yeah, we do it at K West.
You called it that?
Yeah.
It's like nighttime worship is what I understand, basically.
Oh, I don't think we did that. I don't know. You keep going.
What were
You keep going.
Well, yeah, it was like instead of Dementors for the Harry Potter part, we call them Vespers.
Mm-hmm.
The Vespers are everywhere. No, basically it's just like a little, I don't
Scooter
know,
company.
30 minutes of worship and devotional. So I'm leading like 2 of those. So it's a short little mini Devo and then 4 talks.
4 talks.
4 talks. A couple of them are like over an hour.
Did you say you have? Oh my gosh, dude, that's so much to prepare for.
I know.
Who found you? How'd they find you?
Ghosty.
Oh, okay.
Ghosty / Gene Shorts. I think he was Gene Shorts first, went to Ghostrunners.
Wow.
And he asked me to do it last year, but I couldn't do it.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Yeah. And so this year I was like, yeah, I'll make it happen. So
Wow.
had enough time and I'm really excited about it. I would like to do more events like that where I come and speak. I think specifically would love to speak with fathers, but parents of just in general, I obviously passionate about that. And I'm still in the thick of it. So on one level, I'm like, I'm going to preface everything by being like, listen, I'm doing all this stuff with you. I'm not,
It's not like I have it figured out by any
no,
means. Yeah.
I don't have like proof of concept of all this stuff being super effective, but the people I'm learning from do. And so anyway, but
That's cool. And it's going to be a lot of work for this time around preparing all these, but then hopefully you get booked more in the future and then
Sure.
it becomes easier.
yeah, I have 4 different talks
ready
I
to
can
go.
do. And yeah, sure.
4-hour-long talks.
Yeah, I think 2 of them are maybe 45 minutes or something. And I've thought about like the end of it being more of an application time or something like, okay, take 10 minutes to figure out, like reflect on this.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. Or ask questions at whatever, like facilitate more of a conversation than just me talking for an hour plus.
Yeah. That's cool. It's a lot.
I can't imagine talking for that long with just like into the void like that.
With no one interrupting you or just
I'll just need you there, like, add
Fill
in
in
your
some
flavor
gaps.
every once in a while. But I'm really pumped about it. I hope it goes well. I hope I've taken it seriously. Yeah, because they're paying me for it, and so I'm like, I want to do a good job, and I want these fathers to feel encouraged, but also challenged. And so,
when is it?
end of August, I think August 23rd or something like that. You know me, dates.
Cool.
August something.
Pretty soon.
Yep, August 23rd. I nailed it.
Wow.
Driving to Indiana.
Cool. Yeah, that's fun. You get to be up there. It's a lot of corn, a lot of Mennonites,
Yeah.
a lot of Amish, and major
Cool.
roasters.
Camp Wildwood. Does that sound good?
How many peas?
8 this time. Camp Lakewood.
Lakewood.
So should be fun. Shout out to Tanner Ginder. He's the guy that contacted me about it. But so I've been
Thanks, 10, man.
it's been occupying a lot of my time lately. It's just asking other fathers that I'm friends with, like, hey, what would you like to hear at a retreat like this?
Yeah.
Or asking other men who have done stuff similar to this. Like one of my friends leads the father-son camp at Kanakuk. So I'm
Great.
like, okay, what have you learned from that? You
What
know?
do people like?
Right. So I'm pumped about it though. So I would like to do more stuff like that in the future if opportunities arose.
If anybody's out there, if anybody's listening.
So anyway,
Cool deal. Do we have Healing Waters?
Healing Waters. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
They're
yeah.
back.
They're back and they're ready to keep sponsoring us. They I
Keep the water flowing, if you will.
keep the well pumped, right? Keep that pump going. I actually talked to my friend Mark, who's kind of the guy that we've been in contact with over there yesterday. He's just so appreciative of everything. I think
Thanks, Mark.
we're up to 120 some individual donors right now, and some of them have given a substantial amount, which is just so cool and so awesome to see. And yeah, he was just like, first of all, I think the message I want to convey to your fans is thank you. Like, we are so appreciative of everything you guys have done. This is so encouraging to see, all these new people learning about our ministry, becoming aware of this, being able to support it. And then also he's like, also we've hit our match goal, but that doesn't mean we have to stop
Yeah.
fundraising. Obviously we've raised 20 grand for this cause, but in the grand scheme of things, 20 grand is still, whatever, no pun intended, a drop in the bucket for the larger problem of this thing. So I think we're up to almost 12 grand now that we've raised from the Ghostrunners account.
The thing about a drop in the bucket is if there's only one drop, it can evaporate quickly on you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's why you got to have more drops.
You got to have more drops. So, just once again, we are raising money specifically for this region in southern Mexico, Chiapas, Mexico, the poorest region down there. But Healing Waters, is just doing wonderful things for so many people that need the assistance, need the solution of clean water that don't have it. And we just take it for granted so often. I don't know if I mentioned this last week or whenever, but we had a water outage for like 4 hours the other day.
Oh yeah.
It was just amazing how that little amount was just like so inconvenient for me. It's just, once again, I think about that so often.
I don't even know if I said this on the podcast, probably like a week or so ago, all the construction they're doing. I woke up one day and just didn't have water. I was like, oh,
yeah,
would have loved a heads up.
Right.
These people are born and they're like, oh, we don't have water. I'll just live that way for 20 years.
It's amazing. So, I think you can continue to donate at give.healingwaters.org/ghostrunners. You can see right now, we've hit $12,000 now, $12,136 according to, or at the time of this recording.
So cool.
But $30 provides child with safe drinking water for an entire year. A monthly gift of $25 provides safe water for 10 children for a year. So let that sink in. I know that we all have different budgets and we're asking you guys to support a lot of different businesses here, but this is one that is certainly worthwhile. Think about $25 a month if you can afford it, providing safe water for 10 children for a year. That's pretty amazing. So give.healingwaters.org/ghostrunners to support them.
Support them. That's fun. That's real nice.
That's real nice. Dude, we need to probably iron this out a little bit better off the podcast, but we did promise the ghosties that we talk about Branson, and we haven't talked about Branson yet.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about Branson.
Okay. You want to give a little preview from what you understand of what we're doing?
So don't miss it. Don't touch that dial.
Let's say by the time this comes out, it is on our website.
Okay.
Ghostrunners.life/Branson.
Fun.
Yeah.
So what we're about to say is going to be anywhere between 80 to 90% accurate. But if you want the actual, logistics, it'll be on our website when this comes out. But here's what we're thinking.
Okay.
Saturday, September.
Let me find. September 14th.
14th is the main day that you're going to want to make sure you're in Branson. We understand that a lot of people might be driving in and they're still going to go to work on Friday. Maybe they're flying in on Friday. Whatever you're doing, we don't want to have too much planned for Friday night because people are still getting there.
Yep.
But we are going to have some things planned for Friday night.
Yes. Some sort of meetup on Friday night, informal meetup, hangout, potentially a pickleball gathering,
Kind of a chicken and pickle type hang.
potentially Andy's for ice cream, whatever. We've brainstormed a few different places. We haven't solidified anything yet. But something on Thursday or Friday to just hanging out.
An informal hangout.
Probably won't go too late into the night because we got a full day Saturday.
Yeah. And feel free to bring your spouse. There'll be name tags. Like people are actually bringing their spouse to this.
Tim PE will be there.
Tim PE.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is just the day you don't want to miss. It's going to be one of the best days of all of our lives.
I would get a lot of Main Street Roasters beforehand if I were you.
Yes. So we've been in talks with the amusement park where I was raised, basically, where we had season tickets.
Conceived too, right?
Yeah. Thunderation. Where every...
Fire in the hole. Oh, man.
That's why my dad was so bummed they were taking it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Midlife crisis. Go ahead.
Every club at Stratford High School would take a yearly trip down to this place, like FCCLA, while you join, because they go to Silver Dollar City every year. That's the name of the amusement park. It's the name that haunted me as a little boy with a speech impediment with my R's. But I absolutely love it. I've been there so many times.
Say it with confidence now, baby.
Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, baby. Silver Dollar City.
It might be one of the only places in the world where I don't need a map. I use my navigation to get around Kansas City still. I use my navigation to get to Chick-fil-A. What if there's traffic? But I don't need a map when I go to Thorough City.
We blindfold Jake. He just feels the wood on the wall. He's like, yeah. This is Barn Swing. We're at Barn.
Oh, wait, time travel? No, it's Barn Swing.
Yeah, this is where the dulcimers are made.
Yeah, that's raw cedar.
Yep.
I love this place. And we're going to be spending all day long there, Saturday, September 14th.
Yes. Basically, if you go on our website, we're going to get group tickets. They're going to include some meals, also access to all the different things we're going to be doing throughout the day. So we have a ghostie who works for Silver Dollar City. Shout out Natalie, who contacted us. It was like, would you want to do an event here? We're like, that would be a dream of ours.
Perfect.
We're going to do live podcasts, but we're also going to do throughout the day different little breakout shows, if you will, different breakout sessions. And we haven't solidified exactly what those are going to be yet because we got to figure out logistics. But I would like to do at minimum 3, maximum 9. No, minimum 3. Like, I mean, I'm talking maybe a little concert at some point with Brad and maybe Jeff. Brad and Timon. Or maybe we've talked about incorporating parents of some sort.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing more improv stuff. We've talked about whatever, like a fun game session. And so in between, riding these awesome roller coasters.
Dippin' Dots.
And hopefully we're going in September where it's not going to be crazy hot. It's not going to be crazy busy. And so
they said it's a good time for them.
Yeah. I think we're being strategic there. So we're going to be riding roller coasters, seeing all these different fun things all throughout.
Go see how a wooden baseball bat's made.
Sure. Fun. all these different things. And then you're going to come back periodically throughout the day if you want to and do these fun things. They're all optional. And there's a theater inside where we will do these things. It's just going to be so much fun. It's I just can't wait. We're intentionally trying to make this event as family friendly as possible. Not that it's never like inappropriate for kids, but I'm just saying like we so often like our Ghostrunners getaways are like, I would love to, but I have 3 kids at home. I can't just leave my kids for 5 days or whatever. Like we want you to bring your kids to this. We want you to have your family with you. Kids get a little bit of a discounted rate anyway. So anyway, all that to say, we're really excited about the whole thing. SDC all day on Saturday.
It's going to be so fun. So yeah, like Brad was saying, so they're going to give us basically a theater, like an indoor venue to use that we can just do whatever we want all day. So it's like, well, obviously we should do at least one podcast.
Right.
But let us know what else you would like us to see.
Yeah, fair. Like give us a little brainstorming session. We'd love to hear.
I think the concert is close to a no-brainer. Something with you and Timon maybe is friends, something like that. I mean, people were requesting hymns. A couple weeks back, have a little session there.
I mean, that's the most Silver Dollar City thing you could ever do.
I kind of like the visual. I like the idea of like me kind of like facilitating a Q&A with Steve Coop and Steve Triplett. Like they're on stage. You just ask them any question you want for an hour.
Right.
Just get them going on some stories. I also thought about leaving them on stage and just letting them complain for an hour.
Just see what they say.
What's on your mind? What are you bagging about these days? So yeah, anything else you'd like to see, it would be fun. We could get Rachel and Catherine there potentially.
Yep.
But we have a venue all day long.
People have asked about lodging. We don't have any packages or anything like that for lodging right now.
I think it's gonna be easier.
But Branson has a abundance of Airbnbs, hotels, everything like that. The main area that we will be in is that, I mean, Branson's not huge, but just make sure like you're within, I don't know, like don't get something on Table Rock Lake that's 45 minutes away from Branson if you don't want to drive.
You should be fine. I mean, even if you're in a town called Reed Spring or Hollister, you're still close enough.
Hollister's great. Yeah. Well, and then so since Sunday, this is all unofficial.
Oh wait, it's not over on Saturday?
No, dude, that's the thing. SDC all day is the middle. It's the meat. Wow. It's the sandwich meat.
We get dessert.
But then you get dessert on Sunday. We still need to solidify the location of this, but we are going to do, not to get all Jesus-y on y'all, but we're going to do a little worship service on Saturday or Sunday morning. Our friend Jensen, who's a youth pastor, is going to come and speak for us. Yep. We're going to do a little bit of worship. Keep it simple. We're not, trying to go, I don't know, whatever.
We got the fog machine, 2 hours. Full bands there.
Yeah. Phil Wickham's going to play. And then probably just kind of a little bit of a hangout afterwards. If we do it at one location, we might play pickleball after and have a little potluck, potluck, but like little lunch kind of thing. We're still figuring out the details on that, but all to say,
a weekend full of family-friendly activities.
Yes, we want to make it as fun as possible for y'all. And we want to make it like, if you don't want to come listen to the Steves, then don't come. Go keep riding roller coaster.
Everything's optional. Go ride Time Traveler. It's a really fun ride. It's different every time because it spins.
That's fun. Yeah. So anyway, go to ghostrunners.live/Branson to get your tickets. The fun thing is that the tickets are unlimited. Like it's not like
we can't sell
rendezvous
out.
or like, dang, we already have enough, whatever. So let's pack SDC with ghosties.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, as it gets closer, I think we'll come up with even more and more fun things. Just like we do. We can't help ourselves. Just like, how do we make it even better? How do we make it even better? Who else could we get as a surprise guest there? Right. How many pickleball paddles should I give away? Is 200 too much? I want to really make it. We want to make it really fun for you guys.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of you guys are going to be traveling in to do this.
Answering other questions that are probably going to come up. Branson's not a super easy place to fly to, I don't think. I don't even know if their airport is municipal or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you would fly into Springfield's
Missouri. Probably the best.
Or Fayetteville, Arkansas. Do you know their airport code? It's like XNA or something weird.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because they don't like Asians. I don't know. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Zena? Yeah. How far is Fayetteville from Branson?
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Compared to like 45 minutes from Springfield.
Yep.
You guys look it up.
Yeah. Figure it out. But we're really excited for the whole thing is going to be so fun. We want to make it what you guys want it to be as well. So Silver Rock City is it's fun even if there's nothing Ghostrunners related going on.
Yeah. I mean, our families are going there all the time just to be there.
For fun. Yeah.
I called my sister yesterday. I said, "Where are you at?" She said, "I'm driving to Branson." I said, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. My sister has season passes for Silver Rock City.
It lives here.
It lives in Kansas City. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah. But they're like, it's worth it. So
it's like, did Dana move?
Yeah. She's in Branson now. So that's the skinny on Branson.
Get your tickets. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun.
So fun. So,
you got a review of the week you want to talk about?
I mean, I got to get out my computer to do it, but
we have a ton. I don't know.
They kind of just update,
I know. I got one that says mallet finger. One that says the word pish posh. I really like that. One person is holding another 1-star review hostage from us, so I'm not going to review that because I don't want to give you attention. But you know who you are. Please give us 5 stars. It is genuinely not funny to give us 1-star reviews. Anyway,
sorry, I shouldn't have been laughing. Sorry. What? Yeah, I'm looking still.
Okay. Mallet fingers make for good podcast. 5-star review from Joy. I found Ghostrunners after listening to the Walk in Love podcast. Hey, same with Rachel. And hearing the host often recommend the podcast. Thanks, Brooke and TJ. Brad and Jake have kept me sane during many sleepless nights with my 1.5-year-old. I like to,
1.5.
Give them the honor of the full decimal there. Sometimes they're a little too funny, and I can't control my laughter and nearly wake the baby. Seriously, you guys have been a bright spot during some pretty difficult nights. Well, Joy, congrats on the child. And thanks for listening to the podcast. It's funny to listen to Brooke and TJ as well.
Yeah, it is.
They're great.
3-star reviews, ... Pish posh. I'll do it. 5 star. This is 5 stars from Wacio. Wacio.
Huh.
That feels like a punny.
Yeah.
Wacio.
Like they're trying to get us to say something. Or a boombox brand.
Wacio. Yeah, it's like the Koss headphones back in the day were pretty cheap.
Uh-huh.
You either get Koss headphones or you get the wraparound Wacios.
The Wacios are like, they're nicer, but they are more expensive.
The Wacio CD player is a little more, but it does have the 5-disc like rotating. Yeah, which is really good.
I've had it for like a year and it hasn't I haven't had any issues with the Wacio.
The Wacio does come with a remote too, which is sweet. The AM antenna is not very good, but I don't
really use it, so it's fine. Yeah, I would recommend the Wacio to almost anyone.
And Best Buy has they have a sale on Wacios.
Have price match, so yeah, it's great.
It's like Vizio's cousin.
Yeah.
All right, Wacio, 3-star reviews, pish posh. Love the podcast. It's probably the number 1 talk show I listen to each week. It's a conversation starter for my wife and I, who seem to share so many values and humor with Jake, Brad, and Timon. Especially the fact it is a clean pod and the hosts value faith and try to live it. Don't tone the fact that you guys have an active with down.
Ooh,
okay.
Tough sentence here. Tough sentence. You got this.
I'll say it's probably saying don't tone down the fact that you guys have an active.
This is where it gets tricky.
With down and
just skip over.
And to heck with the 3-star reviews. If you're selling the pod to everybody and not able to share the cool God moments all of you have and things that are helping you grow, I guess it would be still a good pod, but not as great as it could be. Love you guys and the laughs. I look forward to each week, but as Paul said, don't be ashamed of the gospel. Thank you.
Paul Shira.
That was Paul Shira, the
Famous
Apostle Paul
words.
Shira. Oh man. Thank you, Wacio. Ask me, baby.
Brad, do you have a jingle?
I
to
do.
perform this week?
Shout out. Oh, I'm not supposed to say his name.
Mm.
It said, please don't mention my name. Shout out to my boy. We'll call him JF.
Okay.
Surely people won't figure that out.
Are you connected to the Roadcaster?
Not that I know of.
I didn't think you would be, but it's not showing up for me. I'll try to get it to turn Bluetooth off and back on. Speaking of Paul Shira, tomorrow I fly to Boise for a show. He has 2 kids that currently live there. How fun is that? You get to see his kids.
My cousins live there. Do you think you get them tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll text him.
Okay, I'll freaking text him.
Okay, frick. Like, why are you being so weird about it? I'll just text him.
What are you complaining about? I'll just text. Okay, so normally, Timon's in the basement right now.
Timon, you can come up, bud.
Timon, we can't connect to the Roadcaster.
Just jump one at a time with your shackles on. You can get up the stairs that way.
I don't know how else to connect
other
than turning Bluetooth off and back on again. We can pause or.
Well, I can.
If you go into Bluetooth on your computer, does it show that the road? Oh, Brad's MacBook Air could connect to each other.
I'm gonna turn off Bluetooth, turn back on.
Yeah.
Searching nearby devices. I could just do it instrumental. It's not that it. Oh no, smart TV remote. Jake's MacBook Air. I'll just do an instrumental.
Hey, fun.
It's a little. It's just acoustic anyway. Should have my guitar here. But hey, now
string something together.
Literally. No. Now the YouTube can listen.
Hey guys, enjoy.
This is to the tune of "Yesterday" by the Beatles. Bradley, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Filled with laughs and a sweet family. Oh, Bradley, your energy. Jacob T. Used to film for the Trey Kennedy. Pickleball and stand-up comedy. Oh, Jacob T. Your comedy. They are so funny and give smiles to so many. And the Ghostrunners is the best and can't be beat. Timony is a Ghostrunners employee. He can act and sing, we all agree. Oh, Timony, you're so funny. Every Monday morning is the best, I guarantee. It's the Ghostrunners, so get up and on your feet. Now I'm sad. It's the end of this good episode. Jake and Brad will miss you so dearly so. Ghostrunners, we won't let go. Ghostrunners, we won't let go.
Good job, JF. Good job, BE.
Yeah.
Good job, PM.
Paul McCartney. Good job, TPE.
Tim PE. Good job, YO. Was that her?
Yoko Ono. YO. Was that her? Was that what he said?
Was that her?
Was that her?
Was that her?
She screwed up everything. Was that her?
She was the bat. She was.
Oh, no. Good job. NSH. 97%.
National.
97% humidity.
New
97 humidity.
Oh, that already spelled. I thought 97 humidity was the hint. No, it was the answer. I was like, New Hartford. Oh, there's something in the middle. New School Hartford.
New Schools Hartford's.
All right. That is another episode. Thank you guys for listening. Seriously,
Seriously,
thank you for listening. It's a lot of time you spend with us, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll see you Wednesday. Maybe see you at the pickleball tournament. Maybe see you in Branson.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
Be awful fun.
We love you guys so much. Thanks for all your support, as always. Support our people if you don't mind. Get some merch. Go to Branson. You need some merch for Branson? Buy it on ghostrunners.live.
Same website.
That's right. All right. We'll see you guys Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody